Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm about to start my shift, and I want to make a video, guys. I apologize for not really making anything for, I think it's been like 1 month now, maybe a month and a half-ish. Life picked up. I got a brand new position. I was super sick for 3 of the weeks, basically right after the last upload. And I did try recording multiple videos, but they just came out really bad, as in, like, I was constantly interrupting myself by coughing. You could barely hear me. I'd constantly would mute the wrong things. So, like, for example, if I was playing a video, I'd accidentally mute my mic. It would play just the video, and I wouldn't unmute my mic. So the whole video would just be blank of nothing playing at all. Either way, you know, shit happens. So I know it sucks with this being my first video in a while, but just want to discuss some things. So one of them is I'm going to try my best to do a portfolio update, basically to summarize what it's all about. I've consolidated the portfolio into basically core holdings, I like to call it. So for example, I have 10 shares of ADC and O, Realty Income. I have 20 shares of the following, it's a big list: MHC.A, Canadian Net REIT, Allied, Cardinal, Decisive, PMZ, Main Street Capital, and there's one more I can't think of right now. And then I have 3 income stocks: TGIF, the SoFi Weekly Income, which is basically my corporate bond holdings. 2 shares of that. I'm going to go back to buying 1 share per paycheck. I have 50 shares of Tesla that I might be getting rid of just because I don't want to hold it in the Tesla earnings. I think it's way too risky. And then 50 shares of PDI, PIMCO, which I'm kind of iffy on. I'm going to keep it, but I'm writing a DD in r/income investors. I'm going to hopefully post it over in just the dividend subreddit. My issue is my posts constantly get blocked on that sub compared to my own sub. So that's where I'm posting it. I'll link it to, you know, all the usual stuff. Regardless though, PIMCO, the reason why I'm iffy on PIMCO right now is because they have, to give you an idea, so like me writing the whole paragraph, it's the default section is almost 1,000+ words long. Like they have, like, dude, their loan portfolio, like 37% of their portfolio, perfect. Like there was, I think, maybe 3 or 2 defaults. The MBS, the mortgage-backed security, which is like 49% of the portfolio, dude, it's massive. Citigroup, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, Bear Stearns, Lehman, it just goes on and on and on, man. Like, holy shit, it doesn't end. And it's like, out of all of their assets, this includes liabilities of like $7.9 billion. If nothing went bankrupt, they'd have 9.7 right now. They'd have like 2 billion more almost. Just stupid, man. Stupid. So I'm going to keep it because the dividend is still sustainable, but they had to issue an insane amount of stock to keep it where it is. So like to give you an idea, last year the offering, like the amount of money they made from the offering was only like 189 million. This year it was 659 million. Like they almost like 5x'd it, like 4 or 5x'd it. Stupid. So I don't know, I'm kind of iffy on it. And then I went through some of the income stocks. EIT has an 81% payout ratio. BMAX has an 81% payout ratio. PIMCO with the offering has an 81% payout ratio. HYLD has a 90% payout ratio with an offering. Without the offering, you're looking at like 144%. So it has not gotten better at all. But this also includes like middle of it, they cut the dividend. You know, keep that in mind. So I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on all that stuff. On the other point, I've also had a friend suggest I should rewatch Passive Income Investing, his newest portfolio reveal, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not surprised at all. It is basically, his portfolio is now 20% yield max funds, and he's down a tiny chunk of each, every single one. He's down like $1 to like $2-3 ish. He avoided the coin one, which surprised me because the coin one just announced like they're paying a 74% dividend or something just absolutely insane like that. The Tesla one, which I own, is paying like 57 cents, which is still massive, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's crazy. And then Tesla as well, you know, they lost money. They lost $200 million, so they didn't make a profit. And then they issued stock, redeemable shares, I believe, to basically make up for the difference. So, you know, overall, they're not doing the hottest. The dividend is clearly unstable. They have to keep probably doing that, like issuing redeemable shares to continue paying it, unless they suddenly do well. Because even on their options written, they lost money. They haven't made profit yet. And the only reason I'm holding it is just so I can move the dividend to something else. And again, I'm probably going to sell it anyway come next week, like on the 11th, because the 10th is a record date, and on the 11th, I'm just, screw it, I don't care anymore. So, it's a mystery. Trying to think on what else. Honestly, there's not much else. We have a whole ton of Q3s coming up early November. We have, I want to say we have Allied, PMZ, KNet REIT is on like the 11th, 21st, something like that. So either way, we have quite a few coming up, and I'm excited. I'm totally going to cover those. I'm probably going to wait for the earning call after, though, because I just want to hear what, you know, like what they're going to say. But yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's not too much going on. I'm eyeing BMAX. I'm heavily considering ENS and RS. RS is a real estate split corp. Spoiler, I have a ton of real estate. I'm probably not going to buy it. And ENS is literally just Enbridge, but the NAV is like $19, which is huge. And the yield right now, I think it's pushing like 14.5, 14%. And I have a few friends basically like bullying me, quote unquote, to, you know, go buy it because, you know, hasn't been this low since the pandemic. It's Enbridge. Enbridge will be here forever. Da 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 da. So I'm extremely iffy on it, but I'm gonna research it and just see, does the dividend cover it? How much of it's ROC? You know, all that fun stuff. So I don't know. RS I'm probably not gonna buy just because, again, I have way too much real estate. But the only reason I'm hesitant is I hate the overnight offerings. I hate it when the fund manager issues stock and just tanks it just for the sake of raising capital because they have to, because they pay such a huge dividend. I hate it. Because it's not even the market doing it. It's literally the fund manager being like, let's tank the stock price so we can make money. I hate it, dude. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I'm trying to think. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Again, I apologize, guys. I'm super tired. I have no idea why. And that's pretty much it. Y'all have yourself a good one. I gotta get to work. Bye.